Today I've got a brand new mod for you that enhances pillagers by adding some new types into your playthrough. Okay guys, and welcome to today's video, showcasing Illager Revolution for the 1.90.2 Forge version. Without further ado, let's start. Blade Knights are holding the power of cursing enemies around them. Their specific spells depend on their inscribed runes, either summoning zombies or fallen knights. The latter are entities that cannot be killed. Upon being destroyed, they will just reassemble themselves to chase down any players nearby. However, this power is only active as long as their summoner is alive. Thus, kill the Blade Knight and these immune entities will perish, just like the others. The other loyal companion created by the Blade Knight are just mindless Illager zombies, similar to their normal version, just a bit tougher. Blade Knights will wear a special set of armor called Illager. Even though they are almost impenetrable by normal tools, the wearer has to feed its souls to gain its strength, otherwise it's pretty weak. The player can craft a full tool set out of it. This vicious creature will even disable shields by using its horned helmet. Another ability is to shoot a purple beam that will automatically teleport the player to its hunter. The aura of a Blade Knight will inflict entities with a new effect called Death Bound. If a non-player entity dies while bound, their soul will remain, and Blade Knights can use it to resurrect fallen allies as undead minions and heal themselves. If a player dies, however, while death bound, any nearby undead creatures will get healed and receive a speed buff. Upon death, the Blade Knight has a petite chance to drop its rune blade. Let us firstly look at the rune blade with an Undying Flesh rune. The first ability is that slain mobs will be stored in the weapon, increasing its damage output by a maximum of 6. One can release a soul out of the weapon with the right click, and then shift click to summon loyal companions, which will defend the player. When the soul meter is fully charged, the sword will even prevent you from dying, but in exchange, draining a lot of your durability. Now you can understand why it is so hard to kill the Blade Knight. The other variant is infused with the Undying Bone rune. The first ability is already different, where slain mobs will turn into your armor and healing your followers. For the summoning ability, one needs at least 3 souls to summon a fallen knight. The most powerful ability is Soul Split, activated with a shift click. It will redirect the damage you receive to your followers, damaging them, but also draining the durability of your weapon. Dwelling in caves, players may now spot Illager Miners from time to time. Unlike their kin, these entities have just one thought in mind: to steal valuable resources from the player. This results in them trying to pickpocket one and then running away. This special tactic is turning invisible as soon as they got a hold of their treasure. These entities can drop their helmet that can be infused with either emeralds for temporary haste and luck, or amethysts for invisibility and a burst of speed. It can also be upgraded with an Illagium ingot. Not even the Badlands are safe from the Illagers. Roaming around this specific biome, the Scavenger will take chunks from your armor to create makeshift ones out of it. These handymen can upgrade the armor up to 3 times, the final one adding a set of deadly thorns to it. Another ability is to throw sand at their target, blinding them for a few seconds. Upon death, they may drop the visors that provide immunity to blindness and will highlight hostile creatures in dark areas. The new enchant Wary Lenses can increase the area where these creatures are detected. Lastly, the jungle is now inhabited by the so-called beast Tamer. From time to time they will also join villagers' raids. This entity isn't alone though, as they live up to their name. Upon attacking, the beast Tamer will summon its beasts around them, but they can also use their claw and poison arrows to inflict damage upon the player. The new arrow type Claw will inflict entities with deep wounds. There are 3 tiers. The first level means running hurts and leaves a trail of blood behind them. The next tier will increase the damage of sprinting, and any type of healing is prevented. The deadliest level has often fatal outcomes, as the target will explode in a fountain of blood. being damaged by this, however losing the effect as well. The new enchant Serrated Edge can be applied to an Illager sword, inflicting the level 2 of deep wounds. When battling this fierce opponent, one can meet one of 4 new creatures. Firstly, the Raker is an ugly feline using their claws to rip their enemies apart. The player can tame these hideous felines with pufferfish when they are at low health. When domesticated, they can wear claw and body armor, increasing their damage and resistance. To do this, you need to craft a beast taming staff, which needs all 3 drops by the different entities. This staff allows you to access their inventory. Upon death, they will drop Raker claws. The next beast one can encounter is the Mauler. Just like the name suggests, these entities will chomp on enemies, mauling them to death. Even their bites will inflict a new effect called Mild, which reduces the total armor amount by 50%. Maulers can be tamed with enough rotten flesh. Once tamed, they can not only be given armor, but also be ridden. I just love when you can do that. Use dye on this creature to paint war paint on them. A new bird has also been spotted. These Scroungers are equipped with piercing feathers, penetrating any armor you've got. When no other beasts are nearby, these entities can be tamed with fermented spider eyes. They are handy helpers, as their special feathers can be coated with any kind of potion effects, which can help immensely in battle. One can also put war paint on this creature. Upon death, they drop Scrounger's feathers. Lastly, the Wild Revenger is a bit weaker than the normally encountered ones, as they are younger and thus inexperienced and weaker. When stunned with a shield and then shoved hay bales in their mouths, player can even tame this creature. Even this entity can be equipped with body armor and can be ridden. Amazing! Tamed Wild Revengers can be equipped with war drums to add even more beneficial effects to it and any nearby beasts. Do this by pressing V. Well, that was today's video. If you end up liking it, then maybe leave a like or even consider to subscribe, and we'll see us in the next video. Stay safe in game. Ciao.